it's true. Good times, sunshine, gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies, push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. And there's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, you'll be okay. Beautiful day.
If you are using art pond, you should consider carry out pond lining and fertilization. Before lining, pond need to be completely drained and dry to expose the bottom to sunlight. The bottom move is removed or remixed and allowed to dry. Lining in fish farm is done to neutralize the pH of two components of art pond, including the concrete mud structure. Application of agriculture or cook lime is based on the measured pH value of the pond soil and pond water. It can be done on a new pond or a pond that is already in use. But before a decision is made, specific characteristics of pond water and soil should be carefully studied. Repeated dose of agricultural lime could be administered every 7 days till a neutral to a slightly alkaline pond quality is obtained. After lining of the pond, fertilization should be carried out. Pond water is like agricultural land. If the ground is fertile, the plants grow well. So to make water fertile, fertilizing element, particularly phosphorus, must be added. Fertilization increases the production of natural food in the pond, making it possible for fish to find more food. It provides food for the living organisms in the water that provide feed for fish. Fertilization of pond water done about 7 hours of liming. Both organic, such as cow dung, poultry droppings, and inorganic fertilizer, such as urea, single superphosphate, and morate or potash, can be used. When fertilized ponds will attain light greenish color after a few days, which indicating pond productivity. With the use of hand, level of fertilization can be easily determined. Then fish can be stocked in the art pond 7 to 10 days after fertilization. Having get your pond fully prepared, you can then move to stocking process. Stocking procedures start with the collection of fingerling from the hatchery, transporting them into the farm, and finally putting them into the pond. Stocking procedures are among the major causes of low survival in grow-out pond. It results in disease, reduced growth, and mortality. However, because the ensuing mortality do not occur normally until after about 3 days, and many of fish that die do not actually come up to the surface. Many farmers do not recognize it as a serious factor. For this reason, a month of nursery phase is recommended. After 1 month, the small nursery pond is harvested and fingerling, in which by this time are longer and more resistant to handling, are weighed and counted into the larger pond. So successful stocking depend upon the quality of fingerling, how they are stocked, and when they are stocked. So you must select good quality fish seed to be stocked. Quality seed of fingernail should be collected from certified or recognized hatchery with good broodstock. Quality seed of fingernail of African catfish must be active and uniformly dark grey to whitish patch colour. Whitish to grey colour is poor quality fingernail. So do not purchase fingernail if they show sign of physical injury or bleeding, if they are physically deformed, if they are less than 10 cm in total length, and if fingernail in the fishery unit or in the hatchery unit are sluggish or inactive. After this, you must consider the size of your fingernails to stock. So a uniform size of African catfish fingernail must be stocked. This is very important to avoid and minimize cannibalism among fish cohorts. And also, you must consider the number of fish seed to be stocked. The stocking density depend on the species, culture period, desired individual size, intensity of management, and management system. The stocking density for African catfish range between 5 to 10 fish per meter square or higher under intensive system. But how can you transport your fingernail from hatchery to grow out pond? Transportation of fingernail is a critical aspect for the survival of fingernail to be stocked. The farmer and the hatchery operation must make all material and equipment readily available at site prior to transportation. Fish should be stress-free, lively and active. Stress fish start dying about 3 days after stocking, and mortality can continue for up to a week. Place the order for fingernail in advance. Do not feed fingernail at least a day for condition, that is 24 hours before transportation. Otherwise, they defecate to pollute the water and cause fish death. It is worth spending an extra bit of money to ensure that the fingernail are packaged and proper transported, because fingernail are one of the major operating costs, and any loss will result in loss of profit. Then, never stock fish that are too small in grow out pond, because the low survival rate will reduce your profit margin and as well as raising the cost of production. Now let's talk about sorting and grading. Due to fast grower refers as jumper or shooter, weekly sorting and grading need to be done to avoid cannibalism until the stock fish reach 50 to 80 gram body weight. Then material and equipment must be disinfected before use. The next thing to look into now is feed and feeding. The feed should contain all the nutrient requirement by the fish in the right proportion for good growth and health. The specific nutrient of fish varies with species, size and reproductive state. But the protein requirement of catfish is about 32%, while the dietary energy is about 8.5 to 9.5 kilocalorie per gram protein. But how do you administer the diet? The way feed is administered to the feed affects their access to the feed and subsequently play a great role in influencing growth rate, uniformity in size and feed conversion ratio. So when administer the feed, one must always aim at ensure rapid and positive consumption of feed by the fish. Ensure all the fish have equal access to the feed. So feed can be offered to fish in the pond in one of the following ways: slow broadcasting, fair feeder, and apply within feed ring. Then you must know the following. In grow-out pond, feeding 2 to 3 times is adequately. Feeding frequently reduce starvation and results into more uniform size of fish. Juvenile catfish need to be fed more frequently than adult fish because they have higher metabolic rate and their stomach are too small to hold all feed they require for a day. Catfish from 400 grams can be fed once a day because at this size, their stomach can hold enough food for the day. However, twice a day is recommended for efficient growth. The feed administered at a meal should be consumed within the first 15 minutes of feeding if floating diet is being used. Feeding response depends on the ability of the fish, other stressors such as pollutants in the water, handling and social interaction. Then note, as much as possible, the same person should feed the fish on daily basis. Likewise, the person who feed the fish should be the one who keep the daily feeding record. No one else. Administer the diet at the same place in the pond about the same time every day. When the fish show a poor feeding response, it is normal for some reason. The water quality may have dropped. For example, on a cold day, the pond water temperature may have dropped. Therefore, do not add more food than the fish are interested in consuming. Fish are sick, they go off feed, and if you insist in feeding them, the fish will not eat and the feed administered will instead accumulate at the bottom of the fish pond, cause the water quality to drop. When it is time for harvesting, at least 2 days before harvest and transportation, allow them to empty their crop before harvest. Construct your own fish transportation or rent. In so doing, depend on your financial ability. In transport container, but you must can be better maintained and stress level during transportation absolutely reduce. Then note, when some treatment like formalin are applied to the pond, the fish get stressed because the water quality within the pond will have temporarily be altered. Their appetite subsequently drop. And also, after a series of raining days, if the water temperature of the pond drop below 22 degrees Celsius, the fish might likely to interest in feed or do not feed. During culturing period, you can be monitoring the growth and the general performance of your fish. Regular sampling which must be carefully carried out to reduce stress to minimum level. After all this, then you need to understand fish health management. Disease in African catfish are erratic swimming, suddenly stop eating, continuous gasp for air over a long period of time. Fish remain at water surface in vertical position and swimming abnormally. But around the mouth or gill. Wound, red skin ulcer, or sluggish behavior, skeletal disformity, and massive death, sign of disease. For proper diagnosis, farmers are advised to contact a fish health management officer and if possible, contact us at Gwatavri to control and prevent fish disease. fingerling from certified fish hatchery. Observe strictly basic daily hygiene and sanitary practice at your farm, and stock fish feed supply in a clean, dry place. Routine disinfectant of equipment with saline solution or recommended disinfectant is always advisable. Most importantly, maintain best water quality management, because fish carry out all their body function in water, such as breathe, feed, growth, reproduction and excretion. So water quality is that critical in any fish farm business. It affects fish growth, health and performance. Den the quality for operation is therefore what the fish need, not you as a farmer need or want. In most case, the causes of water quality deterioration are due to poor quality feed, or overfeeding, overstocking and decomposition of vegetation, and also increase in water temperature. Den when your fish are ready for harvesting, you need good harvesting techniques. Harvesting African catfish in pond is done by draining the water to an appreciable level. Den olesin is then used to completely or partially harvest the fish. Den den burrow at the pond bottom are harvested by hand picking. Den at dis stage, fish are manually sorted for marketing purpose. But right now, I want you to do something for me. Kindly like dis video and subscribe to dis YouTube channel for more important financial education video dat can change your life to better. Thank you for watching dis great video.